They say a man dies twice. First, when his heart stops beating. And the second, when he can no longer rise in the morning. I used to think that was just a clever joke. Until I saw it, again and again, in the eyes of the men who walked into my office. Not because of heart disease. Not because of diabetes, but because of something harder to describe, a quiet feeling of losing themselves. It's not just about sex. It's that strange emptiness, the numbness. The chill down there, in a place that once symbolized their strength. Their identity as men. And I realized, this isn't just about getting older. It's the body's way of crying out. A signal from the circulatory system. From tiny blood vessels that have gone ignored for far too long. But here's what might surprise you. The answer isn't hiding in a prescription bottle. It might actually be sitting right there, on your breakfast plate. Have you ever thought that a simple beet, the kind most people walk right past in the grocery store, could actually be a hero for your lower half? Beets are packed with natural nitrates. And once they enter your body, those nitrates convert into nitric oxide, the very molecule that helps your blood vessels relax, expand, and boost circulation. Now here's the part most men don't realize. After 60, your body's nitric oxide production drops dramatically. And when that happens, blood just doesn't reach down there the way it used to. I remember telling Mr. Mark, he was 68 at the time, to start drinking 1 glass of beet juice every morning. 5 days later, he called me and said, "Doc, I don't know what kind of magic potion you gave me, but this morning, I woke up and felt like I was 50 again." There's no miracle drug here. Just simple biology. When you give your body the right support at the right time, it remembers how to do the rest. Have you ever felt like your body is awake, but down there is still kind of half asleep? If that sounds familiar, I want you to remember a fruit we usually think of as just a summer treat, watermelon. Watermelon contains a natural compound called L-citrulline, and most of it hides in the white part of the rind. The part we usually throw away. Once inside your body, it turns into L-arginine, then into nitric oxide, the key molecule that relaxes blood vessels and helps blood flow more freely, especially to those sensitive places. I remember Mr. Bill, 66 years old. He told me, "Doc, I don't get those early morning feelings anymore." I told him to try watermelon, red and white parts, about 20 minutes before breakfast. Just 3 days later, he called me laughing, "Doc, I didn't just wake up this morning, a part of me woke up too." No pills, no pressure, just the cool, gentle whisper of watermelon stirring up blood vessels that have been asleep too long. And if you ask me, "Doc, is there something small, almost invisible, that quietly supports my manhood every day?" I'd hand you a spoonful of pumpkin seeds. Tiny, easy to overlook, but they're a gold mine of minerals for men over 60. They've got magnesium to relax blood vessels, zinc to support testosterone, and arginine to feed nitric oxide production. One of my patients, Ted, a 72-year-old former pilot, told me something had started to feel solid again after just 3 weeks of eating a handful every afternoon. No strain, no meds, just the quiet return of a part of himself he thought was gone. Sprinkle them on oatmeal, mix into yogurt, or eat them straight like a snack. Gentle, but powerful. Have you ever woken up feeling like your body looks awake, but inside, everything still feels tense, like a wire pulled tight from the night before? I once had a patient, 74 years old. He didn't suffer from insomnia, but every morning he felt a subtle tightness in his bladder. Restless, like he needed to rush to the bathroom the moment he opened his eyes. I told him, "Just add half a ripe banana to your breakfast." You see, bananas are rich in magnesium and vitamin B6, 2 nutrients that help your body produce serotonin and melatonin. These natural compounds don't just help you sleep better, they calm your nerves, relax your bladder, and soothe your pelvic muscles. A week later, he said to me, "Doc, I don't feel like I'm tensing up every time I get out of bed anymore. My body just feels softer." That's not a miracle. That's your body finally exhaling after a long night. And sometimes, all it takes is a banana to help you start the day with a little more ease. And if you've ever woken up with numb feet, shuffling out of bed like your legs haven't quite caught up with you, the answer may not be in your medicine cabinet. It might be in your steamer pot. Sweet potatoes, they sound too simple, right? But they're packed with slow-burning carbohydrates, which help stabilize blood sugar and deliver steady, gentle energy. And when you pair them with a pinch of Celtic sea salt, a salt rich in natural electrolytes, they help your nerves fire better and support blood flow, especially to your lower limbs. I remember Thomas, 71. He told me he had to grab the side of the bed every morning just to stand up. I didn't give him pills. I just told him to steam half a sweet potato and eat it on an empty stomach. 3 days later, he called. "Doctor, I stood up this morning like I used to. No hand on the bed. No wobble." Sometimes, your body isn't asking for something huge. It's just waiting for a small act of care. One that quietly brings life back into every step you take. I once asked a patient of mine, "Have you ever woken up, fully awake, but your fingertips and toes still feel cold, like early morning frost?" He nodded. "Yeah, like the blood hasn't made its way down yet." That's when I recommended something so simple. He almost laughed. A warm bowl of oats, with a spoon of chia seeds, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and a few blueberries. Sounds ordinary, right? But after 60, that combination is like wrapping your blood vessels in a soft, warming towel. Oats are rich in beta-glucan, a type of fiber that helps polish your arteries and support smooth, even blood flow. Chia seeds provide magnesium and omega-3s, which support nerve function and reflexes. One of my patients called me back after 2 weeks of having oats every morning. He said, "I don't know if it's the oats or what, but this morning I took a walk and my feet actually felt warm, and honestly, my heart did too." You see, you don't always need to do something grand. Sometimes, just starting the day with a proper breakfast is enough. And your body will thank you by giving you the energy to truly live the rest of the day. Now, if you're looking for something light, cooling, naturally sweet, but with a real hormonal impact, cantaloupe might be the forgotten fruit your body's been waiting for. This gentle melon is full of vitamin C and beta-carotene, 2 antioxidants that don't just brighten your skin, but help support your adrenal glands, encouraging them to produce testosterone naturally and steadily. I remember David, 70 years old, retired mechanic. I suggested he start adding cantaloupe to his morning meal. 2 weeks later, he told me, "Doc, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel more alert in the mornings. And it's like something inside me just kicked the engine back on." Sometimes the spark isn't gone, it's just waiting for the right fuel. You know, after 60, people love to talk about what's fading, but rarely do they mention what's still there, and what can be reawakened. I don't believe in magic pills, but I do believe in rhythm. I believe that when you give your body the right things, a sweet potato, a glass of beet juice, a few slices of watermelon, your body knows exactly how to come alive again. You don't need a big reason to start. Just one simple question. Am I really living each day to the fullest? And if the answer is, I'm not sure, then start tomorrow, gently. A banana, a spoonful of pumpkin seeds, a warm bowl of oats. That's not just breakfast. That's a message to your body. I'm still here. I'm still in charge. Maybe the most beautiful journey is the one where you come home to your own body. And if something I said today stirred something in you, don't just scroll past. Try it. Start tomorrow morning with a small step, a smoothie, a slice of melon, or simply a more intentional walk across the floor. And if you do feel a shift, even a small one, share it. You never know, it might be the encouragement another man out there needs to take that first step back to himself. Hit subscribe, so every week, we can sit down like old friends, talking about health, about aging, and about all the good things that are still possible.